Good morning, sports fans. Well, it's Monday morning, and if you can tell by looking out the window here, it's a little bit rainy, pretty cloudy. But we're going to take a ride down the tunnel of the trees, and I believe we're going all the way to Mackinac City. So, folks, we're going to mosey. We'll see you down the road. Well, this is Harbor Springs. If you remember, we went through here in the last episode. Really nice town. This town has a lighthouse out on the bay. Has a population of about 12 to 1,500 people. That's until tourist season, of course, where it can be 3 or 4 times that. As I said in the last episode, I'd like to come back here and spend a day here in this town, but not today. We're on a mission. As you can tell, it's a little rainy. And we're going to go through the tunnel of trees real fast, so hang in there. It's a little damp today, but we're going to be moving. Yeah, if you watched the last episode, you probably remember this detour. But I said is we're on a mission. Our first mission is to reach Cross Village. It's about 25 miles north of Petoskey. And it's known for, Cross Village is known for shopping, its art galleries, Legs Inn restaurant. It has winery. And they have their own lighthouse. Haven't seen that yet, but that's our first goal is to reach that. So as you can see, we're in a hurry today. And we're going to be out of this tunnel in a real big hurry. Hang in there. Cross Village coming up. Now we're on 19 North, heading to Cross Village, where we're going to kind of get off of 19 here, and here is Cross Village. Get to see a little bit of it anyway. And then we're going to head east on C66. We're going to head to 31 North. Once we get there, it's about a 14 mile ride to I-75. As you probably know, I-75 runs from Miami, Florida, all the way up to Sault Ste. Marie, clear up the United States, the whole distance. And once you get there, you run north on 75, you might want to stop here. And where is here, you ask? Mackinac City. Yeah, Mackinac City has a population of about 850 souls that live here full time. The founders of Mackinac City opted for the phonetic AW spelling, probably as a way to distinguish their town from Mackinac Island. It confused the postal carriers at the time.
You will arrive at your destination.
I said, this is the end of this is Monday, and Sunday was the end of the season. And what we have here is all the shops have closed or are in the are closing, let's put it that way. I call it Fudge Town. There are fudge shops everywhere, but I can tell you I didn't see anyone making fudge. It looks like they're trying to get rid of what they've got. As I said, everything's closed, including the park here. Visitor center's closed, park's closed. Well, you can get in the park. You can walk around, that's about all you can do. Even the public restrooms are all closed. And of course, this is the famous Mackinac Bridge. And that's the tourist center, all closed up. So we walk around town. Interesting shops around town. But as you can see, some are open, some are closed, and some are closing. The name Michilimackinac, place of the great turtle, was first given to Mackinac Island as its shape, as it was evidently shaped like a turtle. And it's situated in the Straits of Mackinac. In the mid-1820s, it was shortened to simple Mackinac. As we know, the founders of the city changed that to Mackinac. I like this area. There's a lot to do here besides the town here and the shopping all over. You've got historic Mill Creek right down the road. As the Straits of Mackinac first industrial complex, Mill Creek provided sawed lumber for the settlement of Mackinac Island in the 1790s. So that's something to see too. Of course, you got right here in Mackinac City, you have Fort Michilimackinac. It's a reconstructed 1750 French fur trading village and military outpost. Quite a place. There's also the old Mackinac Point Lighthouse, which you can go through when it's open. Of course, it's not open this day. Nothing was open right now. The season is over. So there's a lot to do in this area. Good camping too, by the way, if you're a camper. A lot of good camping in the area, a lot of hotels. But if you're going to come up this way and stay in a hotel, I would get your reservations in early. Another thing in town, of course, that's where you get the ferry boats over the island. The Mackinac Bay Trading Company is also located here. And the Dixie Saloon, that's a very famous saloon. It goes way back. Yeah, that Dixie Saloon was back in the 1800s when that was started. And it was a place at the end of Old Dixie Highway. When you came up here, you could stop and get a refreshment. Rising 552 feet, that's about 55 stories, above the Straits of Mackinac, where Lake Michigan and Huron meet, is the world-famous Mackinac Bridge. Also known as the Mighty Mac, its engineering marvel is 5 miles long, anchor block to anchor block. It held the record as the longest suspension bridge in the world for over half a century. Before the Mackinac Bridge was constructed, travelers between Michigan's upper and lower peninsula had to cross the straits via an hour-long straits ferry ride. On busy weekends like the start of hunting season or the 4th of July holiday, carloads of anxious travelers would wait in line as long as 24 hours to catch a ferry. I would say the bridge was well needed. I didn't stop this year, but in the past years I've stopped, and there is a local museum right uptown. It used to be above a pizza parlor. And that museum was a museum on the building of the bridge. Total length of the bridge, 26,372 feet long. There is a toll to get over this bridge, and it's $4 each way. And in windy conditions, they will close the bridge. Some days they'll just lower the speed limit to a crawl. I think trucks are, speed limit for a truck on this bridge is like 20 miles per hour. I believe that's it. Cars, I believe, are 45. And right over the bridge, you have the town of St. Ignace. Some say Agnes, but it's Ignace. And that's a population of about 2,500 people, located right on Lake Huron. This town was actually first established in 1671 by some French priest who founded the St. Agnes mission. It's also Michigan's second oldest city. So we took a look and around town. It's a small town. There's not a whole lot to it. But they get their fair share of tourists also. So we're looking at Lake Huron. And we're going to stop this little park here. And I got out my other camera and decided to shoot some video. Unfortunately, I've lost all that video. I also pulled off at a scenic overlook and shot some video there, and I can't find that either. That's a shame. But we decided it's time to leave. We've got a long way to go. So we're going to cross that bridge, another $4. And away we go. Now, I'm a strange person. I like to cross bridges. There are some people that are so afraid that they just refuse to go over one of these large bridges. But I'm not one of them. I think this is a beautiful view from up here. Camera does not do it justice. As you can see by the wipers, it is still drizzling. Well, Back home again in Petoskey. That's a brewery there on the left. Big brew house. This area has a lot of wineries and its fair share of breweries too. Yours truly did not buy any wine, nor did I sample anything from the breweries. In both cases, very unusual. Yeah, now we're getting there. We're almost back. Home. As I've said before, I like this hotel. I really enjoyed staying here. And look at that. Why wouldn't I? Look at there. There's another reason. It's dark out, and with a light jacket, I'm sitting out on the porch, having a glass of wine. And I did this 2 evenings in a row. Just beautiful. And that's the porch I'm sitting on. Stalker. As I've said before, if you wanted to watch TV in this hotel, you've got to come down to the lobby because it's the only TV in the place. It keeps its historical status that way, but it is a very unique place, very beautiful. And that's the bar right there. If you want coffee, a drink, or anything, you go to the bar. And serving that bar is, I believe her name is Bobby Joe. And Bobby Joe is okay. So I'll see you folks next week down the road.